today's video, we're going to talk about 3 ways Carlos Alcaraz kills his opponents with a drop shot in a match. So let's get in this video. Carlos Alcaraz, if you've been watching him, you know his drop shot is amazing. I think it's one of the best of all time, if not the best of all time. And so there's 3 ways that he kills his opponents with a drop shot, though. Okay, so let's get into it. Number 1 is fear. Okay, he puts fear in his opponent's body with the drop shot. Why is he putting fear in his opponent's body with a little dink shot, right? You never think of a dink shot putting fear into the opponent, but the way he's able to do that is because he has such a big forehand weapon and a pretty big backhand weapon. So when he gets it in the midcourt, when he gets the ball in the midcourt, what his opponents are afraid of is they don't know what to do. If you just always knew somebody was going to come in and pound a 90-mile-an-hour forehand, that would be a lot easier to deal with. You would kind of know where they like to hit. You could back up and play more defense. But his opponents know that, hey, if I drop back into a defensive structure here and get way back, that drop shot can be coming. So they're afraid to commit either to go back or forward because they know they're kind of damned if they do, damned if they don't. They drop back, he's going to hit the drop shot. They stay too close in, worrying about defending the drop shot, they're not going to have time to catch up with his big forehand. So what does that mean for you? It means develop the drop shot, but your drop shot's going to be even better when you have a weapon to use behind it. It doesn't necessarily mean that you have to hit the ball so hard, but even if you have the ability to hit the ball deep, or if you can chip and charge and keep the ball low. So being able to do that is important. Okay, let's get in the second way that Carlos Alcaraz kills his opponents with a drop shot, and that is frequency. I just looked it up online, and I think some matches it's more, some matches it's less. But on average, Carlos Alcaraz hits between 10 and 20 drop shots each and every match. And so this is probably a tough debate for a lot of coaches. If you're a coach watching this, let me know, what do you think? Do you love the drop shot? Should your players hit a lot of drop shots? Should they only use a drop shot once or twice a match? What do you think? But I actually worked at a club where they hated the juniors to use a drop shot, and I didn't quite agree with it, because if you're using this frequency, again, you don't know what to do. If he's, say, up here and you don't know if he's going to hit it big or hit the drop shot, again, it's hard for you to game plan against that. Where if your opponent never hits a drop shot, then it's a lot easier to know what they're going to do when they get in that offensive position. You can pretty much guess that they're going to hit a nice deep approach shot, probably to your backhand, and you can sit on that and wait on that. And that makes you too predictable as a player. So I actually like students to develop a good drop shot and to be able to use it quite frequently in a match, especially if you are watching this and you play doubles over 40 and you're not hitting a drop shot angle return a lot in a match. You're missing so many point opportunities. You could just absolutely dominate with that little shot. The key is you have to understand what court positions to hit the drop shot in, and you also have to understand that fine line of falling in love with a drop shot too much. Have you ever heard that? Oh, they're just falling in love with a drop shot. You don't want to overdo it, but I think it's also dangerous if you don't do it enough. So we've got fear, we got frequency. You add those things together, and this is the third way that he can kill you with a drop shot, and that is fatigue. Often when we watch Carlos Alcaraz use this drop shot, he's playing on clay, and he's playing in a 3 out of 5 set match. So these drop shots have a compounding effect. First of all, your opponent's fearful because they don't know if you're going to hit the ball big or hit a drop shot. So that makes your muscles tight. Over time, that's going to fatigue them. And then they've got to keep answering the bell. Oh my God, I got to go run for another drop shot. I got to go run for another drop shot. I got to go run for another drop shot. So you're exhausting their mind and their body by making them do so many sprints to the net that after a while, they're going to get to less of these drop shots. They're going to do less with the ball when they get there. And sometimes you're going to get your opponent so tired that they're just going to stop even running for those drop shots. If you have played an opponent and they're like, I don't want to play you, this is no fun, all you do is drop shot, that's their problem, not your problem. So especially if you can hit a big forehand, you say, look, I've hit some forehand winners against you, now I'm hitting my drop shot. What are you going to do about it? So if you put those three things together, this is going to help you. Another thing that's really going to help you is having that big forehand. So I've actually done a training. I analyzed Carlos Alcaraz's forehand. And so if you want to see that, you can click up here for that training, so then you know how to hit the big forehand and the drop shot. So enjoy that training, and we'll see you guys on the next video.